Um, so let me ask y'all this question before we start going on with the show. Uh, First question. Well, I'm just gonna go with one question. I'm not gonna go through a whole bunch of questions. All right. so, uh, if you could be in any, if you could be a henchman in any universe, which universe are you working in and why? Really quick. Starting with Chris. Go ahead.
It's gonna be like one of those universes where everything ends up like cute and rosy at the end, like say the Minions universe.
The Minions
Cause yeah,
universe.
that way, I mean, where they don't really get punished for,
Okay.
at the end
Yeah,
where
and they end up
the repercussions
having
aren't
fun.
quite as harsh. But yeah, even if you get thrown in jail, they're still gonna be singing and dancing. So yeah,
That's
one of those. I want
hilarious.
to be in that universe.
Yeah. Okay, okay. What about you, Black? If you could be a henchman in any universe, what would you be in?
Transformers.
Transformers. Why?
Because to be the ultimate henchman for Megatron would be awesome.
You mean Starscream?
Yeah.
It didn't. I don't know if you remember.
Starscream is
You
too
remember the movie?
funny.
If you didn't remember the movie, he didn't make it.
No, of course he did. That's the whole point. The whole point, and I'm gonna go over why. I'm gonna go over why he's the ultimate
right.
henchman.
All
Because
right.
I'll say it during the show.
All right. Well, with that. Hey everyone, welcome to I Told My Wife I'm Paying Bills. I'm Slim.
And I am Black, aka the Raging Bull X.
And I'm Chris. How you doing?
We are back for another show. This one today, we went ahead and we wanted to actually kind of talk about the other side of the superhero universe, the unsung. I don't even want to say unsung heroes, but the people, the lower guys, the people who get stepped on by the superhero. We're going to talk about the henchmen today. So, fellas, this is a trip. If you saw at the beginning of the cold opening here, I asked the fellas if they could be a henchman in any universe and why. And so Chris actually wants to be in the cutesy universe because there's no real repercussions in some of those universes, especially, like you said, the Minions universe. Come on. The Minions, and one of them, they went to jail and they ended up getting out of jail themselves and like floating. Or another time they were in an island or something like that. So yeah, I can get that one. I understand that one. Black, expound on it a little bit with the whole Starscream thing, because you was talking about Starscream. Starscream was like taken out by Megatron.
That's the whole point.
No, sorry. I'm sorry. Whew, man, 80s kids are about to jump on my
Indeed.
Galvatron.
I was waiting for you to fix it.
Yeah, Galvatron. He was taken out by Galvatron.
Galvatron. He's taken out by Galvatron. I'm gonna tell you why he's the ultimate henchman. Because there's no better henchman than the henchman that actually wants to take the boss's place. That is why he is the ultimate henchman.
Sith Lord.
Now, yeah, well, that too. But at the end of the day, there's no better henchman that wants to that wants to take the boss's place. That's the best type of henchman.
But you know what? Okay, so
even though he didn't make it, even though
those
he got
type of
killed.
henchmen almost either never make it or they get the worst of the worst. Those henchmen, the henchman that is right beside the boss that wants to take over for the boss, he usually ends up getting it. Like, especially in movies and stuff, like that one is the one who actually gets beat down the worst by the hero before the boss gets beat down. Like he's one of the last people who get in the fights right before the boss gets, it's like,
and Starscream got it the worst.
I did.
I think he got it the worst, in my opinion.
He ended up coming back though.
But remember, when it came to Megatron, when Optimus Prime beat him within an inch of his life, and he's all cracked and crumbled, and Starscream lifts it up. Oh, it pains me to do this. And Megatron was like, "Wait, I'm still functioning."
Yeah, right.
Want a bet? And tossed his at the headlock.
He's like, I didn't hear that. What'd you say? Yeah, you're right though. That was.
Yeah, he's got some venom in him, even though he got messed up. But in order for him to get messed up, Unicron had to help Megatron out.
Yeah, and that's where we got Galvatron. That's what's up.
Yep.
That's what's up. Well, that's true. So it's kind of funny because you have these major villains in all these, in the comic books, movies, TV, cartoons, all of that, video games, right? And then you got these lower henchmen, And it kind of makes me wonder in thinking about it, what do y'all think the henchman job interview is like? Like, do they just walk into an office, or even better, like before the job interview, how are these henchmen recruited? Does somebody stand on the street with a sign that's like, want to work here? You know what I'm saying?
At least a
It's
couple of them was recommended by their cousins.
yeah, right. And then because you got the guys who look sketchy, right? And then you got the guys who are like the adept, like, goofy looking dudes who they're whack. Those are the ones who really like slip up and fall, and they end up like, leaving their posts when that's how the heroes escape and all that. You got those guys, right? Who vets these guys and who hires them? It's like, come on, because it's insane how some of these people find jobs with the villains. I mean, some of these villains would have taken over if some of these henchmen weren't part of their organization. So, what do y'all think about the whole process of becoming a henchman? What's your thoughts? Black, let me start with you. What's your thoughts on the whole henchman process of starting off?
Well, first of all, they got to be real good at kisses. That's number one.
Mhm.
That's number one. That's probably what gets them in the door
Mhm.
through to the hiring process. You
Mhm.
know what I'm saying? In my opinion, they got to kiss the boss's I guess. You know what I'm saying? And but they got to be real smart too. They got to be real. They got to be real smart. They got to have a.
The average low level henchman, though, he's not that smart. The
Yeah, well,
average
I
one.
know, but he's gotta appear as though he's smart.
Okay.
So in my opinion, they have to really get the boss to buy in.
Mhm. Mhm.
And I feel like it's part kissing, part, hey, look, this is what I can do for you. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right. Yeah, I got
This is
you.
what I
I
can do
got
for you.
you. Word,
I know
word.
we've seen a few bosses on some of these shows, especially recently, who you don't really want to appear smarter than them because they're going to really look at you as competition and take you out.
Yeah.
Bingo. Yep, that's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah. There you that point right on the point right there. So, Chris, what do you think about the whole hiring process for becoming a henchman and like recruiting and all that? You had kind of said you think they're recommended by some cousins or something like that.
Yeah,
What else do you think about the whole hiring process?
yeah. I know somebody. Matter of fact, I don't know if you've ever seen Venture Brothers, but obviously, like the henchmen in Venture Brothers,
Mhm.
apparently you could tell they hung out with each other. A lot of times they were nerds and geeks who got hired on because they brought a friend along.
Mhm.
Two varying degrees of success, because actually, yeah, kind of pays off for at least one of them. At least one, but they still have to go through this hero's journey and sacrifice. So it's
Yeah.
actually, you want to see an interesting villain, I'm not henchman journey, I'll say. Yeah,
Mhm.
check out Venture Brothers. Interesting.
Yeah. I've watched a couple of episodes of that. I haven't watched it from start to finish, the whole show, the whole series. I've only
Yeah.
seen just a couple, and it's actually really interesting, especially that one, the monarch who has
Yeah.
a wife with the masculine sounding voice. It's like
Yeah.
I was just trying to understand that,
Got
and
the
I was like,
girlfriend.
okay, yeah. I just couldn't get that one. I couldn't get that one. I was like, yeah, kind of weird, but
This
anyway,
that chick is hilarious. But
yeah.
especially if you like, I grew up watching, there was a show in cartoon called Johnny Quest back in the 70s.
Come on,
And
everybody knows
oh
Johnny
my God,
Quest.
okay, I'm sorry.
Well, no, I can't say
My
everybody.
bad.
Sorry, but most people know Johnny Quest. Most people who watch good cartoons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right when you say good cartoons.
Right? Yeah.
Uh,
But yeah, a lot of Venture Brothers, especially the early parts, is a lot inspired by like what would happen after Johnny Quest grows up.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Exactly.
they apparently couldn't officially get the license to do that, especially with some of the things that they do to those characters. Which, but yeah, you
Yeah.
get the
That's
gist of what's happening.
right. That's what's up. Yeah. Yeah. I wonder about the whole hiring process myself, and I wonder what a henchman HR would look like. You know what I'm saying? Do they go in? Do they go in and sign? Do they sign like paperwork, sign up for their 401ks and stuff? I mean, of course. Okay. Now, granted, you work for Lex Luthor. Of course, you're gonna go into HR. You're gonna sign up, whatever. And at some point, he's gonna see you. If you're a security guard, he's gonna see you, and you might become part of his personal security team for his henchman light project. But other ones, like, of course, the Joker, or let's even go out of this universe and say Darth Vader, right? So
Ooh.
a stormtrooper, like, how are they signed up? Like, okay, we kind of have a little bit of the information. We know some of them are children. Some of them in the past were clones, so we know how that's signed up. They're just bred, But the ones who were children, were their parents did their parents say, "Okay, you can have my kid," or were they taken? What do you know anything about that, Chris?
Yeah, well,
What's
I
the?
remember as from what I'm sorry, from what I
Mm.
know as far as Star Wars lore goes, a lot of them just basically joined like we do here.
So
The
yes,
parents
I
is
do
there
know.
for a reason, but
I do know
yeah,
that part because of Luke. Luke was actually going to try to
yeah,
join, and he originally thought that the Empire. He thought it was a good thing. It was like, yeah, I'm about to go to the academy and all that stuff, and he ended
yeah,
up becoming a rebel. We all
yeah.
know that part, but I'm talking about in Finn's time. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, them? Yeah, that was they were. Remember, they were taking his kids,
Okay, so
but
they were
yeah,
taken. Okay, so they were
yeah,
on some Master Chief type stuff.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, wow,
But yeah,
that's wild.
Look,
but like with the Imperial Academy though, it was probably still a matter of like you got to be a pilot if you excelled, and you got to be a stormtrooper if you kind of the bottom of the barrel.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that for fact, but
What are you
look,
gonna say, Black?
look. If we really want to talk about Darth Vader
Mm-hmm.
and how somebody qualified to be his henchman or whatnot, and if you talk about stormtroopers, it's the stormtrooper that can survive the longest with a force choke.
Okay, but you know what? So I'm not gonna say it. I'm gonna stay away from that part.
Robot Chicken has a very interesting take on that.
and you know what? That's pretty much where my mind was going. Was Robot Chicken, and then yeah, but it's like, all right, moving on.
I can literally see Darth Vader with a line of stormtroopers. Okay, you lasted about 20 seconds. You lasted about 30. Okay,
Right.
who can last as long?
That's wild. That's crazy.
In the Robot Chicken episode, they were basically faking it, and they would just go in and put on a mustache and come back as a new soldier.
That's pretty much where I was going with it. I was like, so as far as being that henchman, right? How many of these henchmen do you think are actually getting like different benefits though? Because okay, we got Lex Luthor, right? We got the Empire. They got some kind of benefits if you were in part of the Empire. But of course, Joker, Riddler, a lot of the
Yeah.
Gotham villains, unless they're in some kind of corporate structure, are not getting any kind of benefits. So,
Hopefully, the second Death Star workers would get some kind of compensation for.
do you know what? I want to.
It was in the middle of being constructed when it got blown up. So
Look, how in the hell does Joker's henchman get any type of benefits? There ain't no
Right.
benefits to working for that.
That's what I'm saying. And that's what I said. Ain't
making
no
it to
benefit.
Friday.
Yeah, making it to
yeah.
Friday.
alive.
That's your benefit.
That's your benefit.
Right. Yeah. And then, you picking up hyena poop. You gotta clean up after hyenas and stuff.
Just be glad you don't have to eat it.
Don't look at this girl the wrong way.
Don't look at Harley the wrong way, bro.
Yeah, that's wild, man. But like, okay, let's even go with the Riddler, right? The Riddler, he's not even as wild as the Joker. Like, what do you get from him for working for him? Other than beat up by Batman, you with the Riddler. Next thing you know, you're like, oh, why am I waking up in the hospital?
No, do
The
you have to
Batman
have a
jumped you.
And do you have to have a conversation with this dude?
You gotta
He's
have a
always asking
conversation
you
with
questions.
him.
Man,
You gotta have a
Man.
conversation with the Riddler. Ain't no way in hell he gonna let you. He respects only intellect, bro.
and that's the thing, right? So do you have to pass an IQ test just to work for the Riddler?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, come on, really? It's like, dude, I just want some money, man. I'm not trying to be a scholar.
Yeah.
You asked me the same question yesterday.
You go to the Riddler talk about, man, I'm just trying to make some money. He gonna be like, tell me in what way, and he's gonna say some type of riddle.
Yeah,
you have
right.
to figure this out. You try to get paid.
You sitting there, he's listening to it. You're like, hey, boss, look, the money wasn't in my account. And he drops a riddle. He was just like, oh, riddle me this.
Riddle me this.
You know what I'm saying? He's like twiddling his fingers and stuff like that. And then he's like, what's green? but isn't in your bank account. It's just like, dude, it's like, I don't know, but it better be there tomorrow morning.
What's red and bleeds? What's green and bleeds?
What's
Right,
green in my bank account?
My money.
And guess what? You didn't earn it because you didn't pass my Riddler. Man, get the hell out of my
But notice
office.
something else. None of us are intimidated by the Riddler for some reason,
Of
despite
course.
the fact
Nobody's
this
intimidated by the
killer.
Riddler.
Of course not.
Yeah,
of course not.
Yeah. Nah.
But
Now, if it was a Scarecrow, it'd be a whole different story.
Oh yeah. I don't want no smoke with him.
Nah.
Yeah. What do y'all think some of the scariest villains would to be for Henchmen for? Who do you think would be like one of the worst? Let's leave the Joker and Lex out because they were already. I mean, we already know those two are two of the top in DC. But across different TVs, comic books, other type of universes, who do you think would be one of the worst bosses to work for? Anyone. Let's
You
go.
know what? After playing that, the Warhammer.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think being with any of them because there's some religious zealots,
Man,
and nothing is
you know
gonna
what?
go well for
Honestly,
any
Chris,
of
it was, and I'm not trying to knock Warhammer because it is cool, but some of that lore was just too much lore for me to get into the game, and I was like, I tried to get into that game that when we played it, and it's almost like a beat 'em up, almost because it is you're just doing a whole bunch of fighting in a circle, basically, not really in a circle. You're still going around doing all you're fighting or whatever, but once they lock you into the space, whenever you move to different spaces, you lock in, and then you're just fighting all the people who are coming at you, and then you get to move on to your next objective. But that was the one that I played, Chris, by the way. I gotta find it. I showed you the name of it anyway. But man, yeah, some of that stuff, like just the lore, I was like, man, this is too much lore. I was like, I'm already trying to remember some of the D&D lore that I remember when I play, and I'm just like, man, this is just too much lore. I was like, I can't do it. I could not do it.
Yeah, I caught a little bit here and there, but I didn't go do a deep dive on the lore into it. Although I have seen some breakdowns of it and read some, but yeah, it was like. Yeah, I'm just judging it on their behavior in game. Yeah, those are some religious zealots. I know that I've seen that behavior before.
If Henry Cavill has his way, we'll actually be seeing it on the big screen. So we'll see what happens. But who else do you think would be a very horrible boss to work for?
I'm gonna go dark on you.
All right.
I'm Violator, and Malboja is my boss.
Oh,
there you go.
Ooh. Oh wow,
that is the worst boss.
Yeah,
you don't get no worse than him.
Basically. It's so funny because I was gonna say Darth Vader because no matter what, you piss him off. You're in the middle of a Zoom meeting and then dude just starts force choking you because you're like it's like they were on our screen a minute ago and then they hit their hyperdrive and they're gone. And then he starts force choking you.
It's like, you used up the last roll of toilet tissue in the bathroom.
Or this, you're literally video recording Darth Vader when he's giving an interview and the batteries and the camera go dead. You're done. You're done after that. It's no coming back.
It's like what the hell just happened? Lord Vader, the batteries just died. What?
You can hear the breathing.
Like,
you mean to tell me that the batteries died?
It was your job to have a backup.
Did you know that you were supposed to charge the batteries? Come on.
The LEDs better not go out on his chest plate.
Yeah, right. So on this list here, I actually had Thanos and Red Skull. I don't know a lot about Red Skull. Thanos from the movies, he didn't seem like too bad of a boss to work for, only just because he believed. So, and that's the one thing about villains. A real villain, they actually believe they're right, no matter what, about different things. Well, I can't say the real villain because different other villains, they have different levels of villainy. And villains.
I wouldn't have trusted Thanos because I would have had a 50-50 chance of being one of the ones that got zapped away.
Exactly.
Well, but no, see, that's the thing though. If you're working for Thanos, he's only thinking about the people who are outside of his organization.
Are you
He's
sure?
not thinking about.
We never actually saw.
Thinking about his people. He's not thinking about his army because he knows his army's got to help him.
He didn't say but he didn't say half the
Yeah.
to destroy half the universe, but not my people.
But you
Yeah,
don't
he
know that though. See, because the thing
Yeah,
about it
we didn't.
is
He
all
thought
he
it
did was a
apparently.
snap, and they
Yeah.
only showed everybody else on the planet like going away. You
yeah,
know,
but I don't
you
see
didn't
how he
see any
would
of
have
his
been.
people. They
I
didn't
wouldn't
show
see
his
how
people.
I don't see how he would have been able to prevent that though.
Oh, you
Yeah.
just gotta think about it. You just gotta think
Yeah.
about it because if you think about the snap, right? You think
Mhm,
about the second snap when they brought everybody back. He
mhm.
thought about bringing everybody back, and he thought about the fact that they bring them back and you bring them back to safely. So when you do the snap, you actually think about what you're
Oh,
doing.
okay.
Because I did a deep dive on the snap because I'm like, why didn't the people who were in airplanes come back in the middle of the sky? Because if you remember when they did the initial snap, there was planes and stuff crashing.
Mhm.
So I ended up like looking that up and it was just like, okay, so the people who were in the sky of that plane and helicopter that crashed, what happened to them when they came back? Well, those people were brought back safely. They were brought back into somewhere like in the middle of a field somewhere or whatever. So
Yeah.
that's what you actually think when you do the snap. And that's why when Tony did his snap, all of Thanos' forces were gone. You know, and
Mhm.
it's because Tony was just like, you thought about it, he thought about it. He was like, this is what I want gone. So in that turn, I don't think Thanos would be like, yeah, everybody, including my forces. No, he needs his army. So he's going to be like, everyone except for my army in the universe, I think half of them needs to go away. And whew, they're
I wouldn't
dust.
work for him because he didn't think about making more resources instead of just disappearing half of the
And
universe's
plus,
population.
I didn't like Thanos anyways. I thought he
I,
was I thought he was a lame. I thought he was a lame villain anyway. I know I'm kind
yeah.
of going off the subject a little bit, but
No,
the
I
fact
didn't
that
like him.
after he did what he did, this snap, and he went back to planting
He wanted to be a
Go-Gurt
farmer.
or whatever. I'm like, what the hell is he doing?
Yeah. I didn't like Thanos because I thought he was whack because he could do all this damage to all these people, and Thor could hit him in the chest, and he was ready to go from that hit in the chest. And then the second time they found him in the other movie, and Thor just instantly off. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, okay, yeah,
Well, he did aim for the head.
he's kind of whack. I was like, yeah, it's kind of whack.
Lame.
Yeah.
I never liked Thanos, but then again, I'm not a big Avengers fan anyway.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, it's so for me, the movies are okay and all that. I mean, no,
Yeah.
the movies are good. They're great. They're great watches. I
Mhm.
love the movie, but for me, yeah, a lot of stuff that happened in those movies, I was just like, plot armor. You know, I was definitely
Pretty
plot
much.
armor. Because honestly, especially the fact that uh Thor straight up hit him in the chest instead of going for the head. Thor, the dude who knows battle, the guy who's the god of thunder, he knows all of this. And the first thing he do is just like he takes the axe and goes right here instead of going this way. He just goes this way. I'm like,
Well, I'm sure in the heat of the moment, yeah, he probably wasn't aiming. And not to mention, it took dude recommending that he should have off for him to even think about it. We're still
yeah,
talking
but
about Thor
again,
here.
I'm still talking about Thor. Exactly. Thor, I'm still talking about Thor because if you saw all of Thor's other battles, Thor should have known, you know, but then again, I don't know.
I mean,
Again, like,
the
yeah.
same Thor from
Thor's lame.
uh,
Thor's lame. If it was Wolverine, he's going for the neck, bro.
oh yeah, of
You're
course.
done.
Wolverine,
It's over.
Berserker Barrage.
Well, Wolverine's
Yeah,
just
for
gonna
sure.
carve up
You're done.
everything.
You're done.
Yeah. So, man, all right. So, coming up with the villain, the henchman that's working for these villains, right? You got these rules. You got a handbook. You got a henchman's handbook. I've done different. I think I did 2 or 3 skits. I can't remember. I did 3 skits. I did the job interview. I did the glowing crate, and I did the Batman. Well, that wasn't part of the henchman's handbook, but I did the them clocking out because their Batman was coming. So did you see that one? Did y'all see that one?
Quitting time.
Yeah. You saw the quitting time one? Yeah. Anyway, so we got the henchman's handbook, and I got 5 rules to start with. I want each of y'all to give me one rule. Start thinking of one rule that you could add to that handbook while I read off these 5 rules. So, rule number 1: if the hero enters the room, everyone attacks at once. Everyone attacks at once, not one at a time. Right? That meaning basically, of course, you see in the movies and stuff like that, all these henchmen, they're just kind of waiting in the back, whatever, while one comes and swings, and it's like, whoof, whoof, and then the hero's like this, whatever. Now, in Batman versus Superman, I think it was, right? Dawn of Justice, that one. When he's in that building and he attacks, that's a Batman level attack. I love that. I still love that scene. Nobody was waiting. Everybody was coming at him all at once. That was dope.
That was a crazy scene, bro.
Yeah, there was other movies like that too, but that Batman versus Superman warehouse scene, that was dope, so dope.
I still think the fight at the end of the Batman, with the way they were going at him. I mean, yeah, they were. The way those and they
actually
had
the beginning of the Batman too. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that one was good too.
Yeah,
that was
they
a
got
really good
raw.
fight. Yeah. All right. Rule number 2. Now, with these rules too, again, these are the opposite of what we normally see. So these are that should actually happen. If the boss says, "Leave them to me," leave the building. And that's one where you know that if the boss is like that, one, the boss is probably going to lose. So you're probably going to end up getting beat down or arrested. But then again, if it's like a god level boss or whatever, god against a god level superhero, that building's coming down too. So it's just like, why are you going to stay there? The boss is leaving to me. All right, I'm out. I'll see y'all later. I'm gonna be down the street before that stuff, all that concussion blast starts hitting everything. So, all right.
You think that on those elevator rides that a stormtrooper ever farted in there and then Vader stuck with that respirator and
you know what?
That's a very cruel thought right there.
But you know what though? Because of the stormtrooper's mask thing, that he describes, he's like, yeah, their mask filters out this and that, whatever. I think that it all keeps it inside their suit.
Oh, damn, that's even
I think
worse.
it keeps it inside their suit. Yeah,
stuck in there with okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's in their armor. So they got So all right, rule number 3: never guard the glowing object alone. Most of the time, when you see in movies and TV, when that thing is being guarded by you, all of a sudden that thing either starts glowing even more and harder, or something accidentally tips it over on you, and then you get mutated. Whatever happens, maybe blows or whatever, you should guard that with someone else. Why? You have a witness. You have somebody else talking to you. And also, if someone says, "Don't touch it," do not touch it. Anyway, go ahead, Chris. What are you going to say?
The Ark for Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Oh, yes.
If there's rats running away from it, you might want to stay the hell away from it.
You might want to stay the hell away from it.
For sure. Exactly. Then again, too, some of the ones that need to run away from it, they're running by it and they just started.
Yeah.
So, all right. Here's one. This is a Deadpool level one. If the hero starts cracking jokes, you're already losing. Deadpool, Spider-Man. Yeah, if they're joking, you're just like, why am I here? Why am I here? It's like, he's not even taking this seriously. That means he's about to whoop my ass and I'm just going to be just a joke. Am I a joke to you, sir?
I don't know. With Deadpool, he going to joke anyway.
Yeah,
he
true.
could literally be getting his ass whooped and he'll still be joking.
True, yes. Spider-Man, he'll get hit a couple times and he'll still crack jokes. He'll definitely do it. But he's cracking more jokes when he's winning. Yes. I've recently been finding out about how deep and how powerful Spider-Man really is and how much he's holding back. I was like, wow. I didn't find out about it until I saw a TikTok talking about when, was it Scorpion or somebody else took over his body? I think it was Scorpion took over Spider-Man's body.
Or was it Dr. Octopus?
Oh, is Dr. Octopus? Octopus? Yeah. Oh, was it Dr. Octopus took out Scorpion? Anyway, I think it was whenever one of them took over his body and they basically turned the other person into dust by one punch. I was like, what? That was amazing. I was like, wow. So I would love to actually read that issue.
Yeah, he realized that he always could have,
Yeah, for
and he
real,
had
you
always
know?
been holding back.
For real, yeah, yeah, that's wild. That's
Yeah.
definitely wild. All right, so I'm about to read number 5 and get one from each of y'all. What rules does y'all think? And remember to think about the rule in terms of what actually you see and what actually should happen. All right, rule number 5: if the hero disappears into smoke, run. That is specifically for like the Ninja Turtles type, Ninja Turtles, other ninjas, whatever, or Batman. If you see Batman across the room and then next thing you see is smoke, just be like, I'm out. I'm heading out, y'all. I'm done. This dude is gone. He just disappeared somewhere. I'm fine. I'm not even walking with my weapon. I'm dropping my weapon, dropping my mask. I'm heading out. Any other type of gear on, I will walk out in my drawers if I have to, just so Batman knows I'm no longer a threat. I don't care. But I'm leaving that place because I was just like, yo, Batman, no, you ain't breaking my jaw. I like to eat. I'm not eating through a straw. So, all right. Chris, what do you got for another rule? What rule do you have?
If there are 5 or more guys, henchmen in your group,
Mm-hmm.
and 3 of them get taken out by the hero, I think you should have permission to just faint.
Just faint and pretend to be out.
Just faint.
Okay, got you.
Because
You know what?
if he took out them first 3, he's you might as well save some collateral. Just faint. Just fall out. Because there
Yeah,
ain't no
you know
need
what-
going to waste.
You know what that
Get
reminds me of though?
something else.
That
And then
reminds
you won't
me-
have to use the medical benefits as much.
So that reminds me of Jack Reacher with Tom Cruise, the first one, not the second one, the first one, when those guys take him outside at the bar, and they was like, yeah, I see you were talking to her all bad or whatever, and then they go outside to the bar. He's like, all right, he's like, who's the leader? And then he's like, what? He's like, okay, it's you. All right, and then he breaks it down. He's like, okay, he's like, this person's gonna leave. I'm gonna break this person's arm or whatever. And he's like, once these people see me do this, then these 2 are gonna leave, whatever. And sure enough, everything he did happened. And then the other guy, he kept standing there, and he was like, "Oh, you haven't left yet?" And he snapped that dude's arm, and then they took off. That was hilarious, man. So that is actually a really good rule for a henchman. If you see 3 of them take out, if there 3 of them are taken out, you have permission to faint. You can pretend to faint. You can faint for real.
Yeah.
You can even run off if you want.
I might even let him swing, get close to my face, and just
Yeah, self-preservation is in full effect. There you go. If the hero takes out 3 of your teammates, self-preservation is in effect. Black, what do you have for a rule for the Henchman's Handbook?
Okay, for the Henchman's Handbook, okay, there's a group of henchmen outside the building. The superhero goes into the building. The henchmen follow him. Now, the first henchman that says, let's split up, is fired. You're terminated automatically. You're gone. You're terminated, bro. You're done. You're done. Nobody's splitting up. Nobody's splitting up, bro.
So the rule is, if you have to follow a superhero in the building, do not split up. Everyone goes after him together. There you go. Why? Because when you have superheroes like Batman and other ones, Black Widow, other stealth type superheroes, you don't want to fight them on your own. You do not split up and try to look for them in groups. No, I don't care. Groups 1, 2, 3. No, you take a group of 8 with you. So there you go.
What Batman thing was it? Was it in one of the was it in Batman versus Superman where the guy looked in the closet and Batman was in there and he goes, "Yeah, was there anybody in there?" And dude just closed the door and goes, "Nope."
Oh no! So it wasn't Batman versus Superman. You're thinking of the cartoon, I believe. I don't know if it was it. So it was the animated version, and I'll probably put that up on screen. It was an animated version, and Batman is in a room, and I want to say it was I don't know. I'll find the name and I'll put the name up somewhere, like right here or right here somewhere. Anyway, so Batman was in a room and he was doing some research or whatever. He just came into the room in a dark room, and then Henchman was walking down the hall, and I guess he heard Batman, whatever, or he was just walking, just doing his checks. Walks in, opens up the door, and then looks in there, sees Batman, catches Batman. Batman does the whole eye squint thing, and then he just closes the door and starts walking. And Neil's like, "Everything good?" He's like, "Yep." And he just walks away. He just like, yeah. So yeah. I'll definitely add that one, that little clip if I can, so you can actually see. That was hilarious. I don't remember if that happened in live action, which is funny. I don't remember that. But I remember seeing that, and I want to say it was Batman the Animated Series. However, I believe it could have been one of the animated movies. I'm not sure for sure, right offhand, because like on the spot thinking about it. But I believe it was one of the episodes from Batman the Animated Series. So, but yeah, so those are definitely really truly funny. But while we're talking about these henchmen, we're about to start wrapping it up shortly. But while we're talking about these henchmen, I want to see, give me like 2 examples of iconic henchmen to you. So for me, we have a couple like Odd Job, from James Bond, Bob the Goon from Batman 1989, and which is it's so funny. His last name is Goon, but I think he had a different name. But those from the movies. In James Bond, another James Bond one was Jaws. Saw his jaw in the Spy Museum. So so you also have from video games the Goombas, Shy Guys, both from Mario, and Dr. Robotnik's robots. You have the Foot Clan from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. You have Stormtroopers in Star Wars, and you actually have AIM agents in Marvel, which I don't remember exactly who the AIM agents are. But I'm just not a Marvel dude, so I don't really right offhand think of AIM. But anyway, what are some iconic henchmen that first come to mind? Give me 2 of yours, Black, please.
Well, I've already mentioned one, so I'm just
Starscream.
throw that one. I'm just throw Starscream out there.
Gotcha.
Starscream is iconic. And the other one, I will have to say is Bobby off Batman, the 80s Batman. I'm sorry, not early 90s Batman.
Bobby
movie. You remember Bobby?
Bobby from 89?
I'm sorry, not Bob.
Bob. Oh yeah, Bob the Goon. Yeah, that was in the list that I just read off. Yes, Bob the Goon.
Oh, okay. That's what I said. That's what you were talking about.
Yeah, okay, when Joker was like, Bob, you're my number one guy.
Yeah, you're number.
And then he and Terry Walters were apparently the actor that played Bob were close friends, and he got him that role.
Oh, that's awesome. That's dope. I mean, but you know what though? Why you bring Bob up, Black? Bob was the dude. He was dope. He was really
dude,
dope,
bro. He was a dude, and you would never thought he was ever going to get taken out, bro. Like you didn't think. But Joker, he's just that unpredictable.
Exactly,
Bob Gunn.
and that shows. Yeah.
Go to Nemo.
Like, why did somebody tell me he had one of those things?
Yeah, why didn't somebody tell me he had one of those things? Bob Gunn. Bob, he shot Bob.
It's like, come on, man. Yeah.
And then it was like,
how you gonna shoot your number one guy, bro?
For real, man.
That's Joker, man. He just does what you don't think he's gonna do.
Yeah, exactly, for real, man. And that is perfect. Perfect example of the Joker. It's like, that's why a lot of people was just like, I would not work for the Joker.
No.
So, Chris,
you too unstable, bro. I'm good.
Yeah. Chris, who do you got for your 2 examples?
Literally the Minions.
The Minions.
Yeah, from
iconic. So iconic. So iconic. You know what? I have like a very what is it? I don't want to say emotional. I have a very nostalgic connection with the Minions because my daughter, she loved the original Despicable Me, and then once we found out that the Minions movie was coming out, we actually, or I think it was Despicable Me 2. I can't remember. It was one of those 2. But when we found out one of those movies were coming out, she was actually away, and I think it was around Father's Day. We had dropped her off for one of those things. I can't remember, but anyway, she was away somewhere. Oh, Girl Scout camp. I think that's what it was. But she was younger, and she was so sad, and the movie was coming out that weekend, and it was during the summertime when I was working, and I remember talking to her on the phone, and I was like, "Don't worry." I was like, "Don't be so sad." I was like, "When you come home, It's like the next day we're gonna go see the movie, and I was even, quoting the Minions. I'm not gonna do it right now, but I was even quoting Minion stuff, saying banana and all this other stuff, and just quoting it just to try to make her cheer her up. So that's really nostalgic to me. But I love the Minions because they're so silly, and they're just like they're the best, man. The Minions are awesome. If you seriously, bad day, watch the Minions movie. Matter of fact, they got another one coming out in July something, I think. So I can't wait to see that one. The first one, when they were looking for a mini boss, amazing. Scarlet and all that. Yeah, that was awesome. But anyway, what was your second one, Chris? I'm here going on a rant
second
about
one
Minions.
I wouldn't say so much as a henchman as a sidekick, but Jack Burton from oh man, what was the movie?
Big Trouble in Little China.
Yeah,
Big
thank
Trouble
you.
in
Big Trouble in Little China.
Yes.
Yeah, because you would think that he was the lead, but as you watch the movie, he is clearly the second banana.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
That is that was not a Minions reference.
Even old egg shit outshined him, man.
It's crazy. They made it seem like he was the head of that movie. He was like the number one, and everybody was like, "What? Nah."
The man literally shot in the damn air. It hit the ceiling and shit came down and knocked him out. I'm thinking he's about to get it on.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's funny. That's definitely hilarious, man. Oh man. And you know what? You just reminded me of a couple of the villains, the Minions in what is the name of it now? Not Big Trouble Little China, but the other one, the Golden Child. Some of those henchmen, they were wild.
Look, bro, I'm sorry. But Big Trouble, but Golden Child Henchman when Eddie Murphy's having the dream, and he's like, "Oh, yo, this is," and you see the monkey dude. He comes out and he's like trying to flex on him. He's like, "Yo, get your monkey off my back." He says, "Fool, retire." Yeah, fool, save it.
Yo, so yeah, and that's why I say, like, yo, that came to me. Those guys are whack. Those guys are really whack. Especially that guy who basically helped the Golden Child out. He, like the Golden Child just turned whatever it was to the butterfly, and then that's how he ended up being able to touch that dude and kind of change him up. So that was cool. So yeah, for real. That's actually really good pick though, Chris. Jack Burton. So, but either way, kind of let us know your thoughts on what villains that you actually would not work for regardless. I actually put some people into a post on TikTok. Post didn't get that much traction, so I don't really have that many answers. I think one person said Darth Vader. I can't remember. Anyway, but go ahead and put your your thoughts in. Drop it comments. You can actually drop it down on this video on YouTube, or actually there's comments on Spotify. So if you want to leave a comment on Spotify, you can leave a comment on Spotify. You can leave a comment anywhere on our social medias, whatever post you see though. So before we go, we're gonna drop one hypothetical, about a minute each. All right. So I need you to pick one villain boss that you're working for. Pick a base location. So you could say like the Arctic, you could say a warehouse, you could say, corporate structure. Okay. So pick a villain boss, pick a location, pick what weapon you have. And then for that villain boss, the hero that shows up, do you survive the hero that shows up? So starting with Black, go ahead and pick.
Okay. So, the villain boss. Dr. Doom.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Where I'm at, Dr. Doom's base.
His castle.
Wherever on the planet.
Gotcha.
Okay. Because he's everywhere.
Okay.
The weapon, one of them Doom bots.
A Doom bot.
Yeah.
You're controlling the Doom bot.
I'm controlling the Doom bot. So I might as well be controlling Dr. Doom.
Okay.
So,
all right.
So yeah. Yeah, and whoever showed up Fantastic Four getting their ass whooped. Sorry. I'm surviving that.
Okay.
I'm surviving
And actually,
that,
you're working remotely, so you don't even care. You're probably at your you're
I'm
in your
chilling.
room.
Yeah,
Some chips
I'm
on your.
on the base. I'm on the base, but I'm in the
I was
cut.
gonna say you in your room on the base though. You can just like, all right.
Yeah, I'm on the base. I'm chilling. I'm seeing everything on the screen. See how we talking to each other right now on the screen? I'm right there on the screen.
I got you. Okay.
We're Fantastic Four at. We Mr. Fantastic. You about to get your ass whooped. The Human Torch, Mr. All y'all about to get your ass whooped right about
Word. All right, Chris. What's the villain boss that you pick, a base location, and the weapon that you have? What do you got?
I'm picking Jabba the Hutt on Tatooine,
Okay.
but I'm working in the kitchen. So that when everything pops off,
okay,
I'm using those tools. Those are my weapons because that's what I'm going to throw and fall out with as soon as Luke Skywalker or Boba Fett shows up.
Right? Okay. Quick question. Do you go on the sail barge that day? Well, you pretty much have to. If you're employed, you wouldn't know what was going on. But if you're employed, you pretty much have to.
I am strictly rear. I'm strictly rear echelon.
He took all of his people on that sail barge. He took everybody on that sail barge. And I think not everybody died. I'm almost positive not everybody died.
I don't think everybody went because if everybody went, I mean, somebody still had it. Well, keep in mind, Bib Fortuna wasn't there.
That's right. That's right. Bib Fortuna was not there because Bib Fortuna ended up living in the Book of Boba Fett. He was there.
Yeah.
So you're correct. Yeah. So, okay. So we're going to assume that his kitchen staff stayed and he probably just took some appetizers or something.
And I'm back there with the food going, dang, that was messed up what happened to them out there. That's
it's like, oh, man.
Some good dip, yo. What's up? I guess you're in charge now, Bib.
Yeah,
speaking of Bibs.
Didn't Jabba the Hutt eat some of his henchmen?
He ate that. That was a delicacy or something. Yeah, that.
Okay.
Whatever it was.
He ate. Whatever the hell. Okay, I got
you.
Yeah, that was actually food. That was his like little snack. That that was him.
He
eating
did drop
some
that poor dancer down to the damn to the damn creature though.
Yeah. Them frogs were just chips to him. Anyway. All right. Well,
and he obviously likes to eat, so that's why I was saying that's where he came to mind.
Yeah, word.
Jabba the Hutt. I'm sorry. I ain't supposed to be cussing. But I ain't supposed to be cussing. But what I really want to say is I rather work for Pizza the Hut.
Pizza the Hut.
Yeah. You see his homeboy. He was like, well, pizza is gonna come out for you.
Oh man. I don't know if I could stand looking at him that long. I think I would actually rather look at Jabba. Pizza was
they both look gross to me.
Pizza was buttered like a you see pepperoni and stuff like that. Yep.
So we would love to go ahead and hear your thoughts. Keep this conversation going. Tell us what you think about these different villains and working for these villains. And would you survive some of these villains scenarios? But if you want to contact us, you can actually email us at toldmywifepodcast@gmail.com. You can actually find us on Facebook. I Told My Wife I'm Paying Bills. Just type that in. You can actually find us. If you want to follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, all have the same one at Told My Wife Podcast. And you can follow us on any of those. You actually get the video on YouTube. You can actually get video on Spotify. If you go to our Instagram and all that, you can actually find a link where you can actually find where you want to listen to us or follow us. You can actually go on all of that. You can actually drop comments in a lot of different places too. So please feel free to reach out, drop those comments for us, engage, let us know. We're the little podcast that could, but we're still going. We're trucking along here. We're trying to get some more things going. I've got some more interviews going. So if you want to reach out and you can actually find my TikTok, you can actually find me at Slim Taurus 78, Slim and Taurus like the bull, like the astrological sign. So hit us up. Let us know what you think. Tell us about whatever villain that you would work for or you wouldn't work for. Tell us different things. And are you surviving the superhero of that villain that's coming? So before we go, Chris, you got anything you want to say?
Nope. I think I've run my mouth enough tonight.
All right. Black, what you got? You got anything?
Hey, I only got one thing to say.
Okay.
I'm going to go over the Golden Childs, those henchmen on the Raging Bull X. But this is going to be on the future Raging Bull X podcast. I'm sorry, those henchmen were the worst, and I'm not done talking about it.
All right. You need to actually talk about on the not the henchmen but the bikers on Weird Science.
Oh gosh,
them
Oh
or
my
even his
gosh.
brother. Anyway, all right. Well, either way, yes, please come back for more. And we got some more stuff coming. But thanks for coming by. And whether you're binging or button mashing, we'll catch you on the next episode. Thanks a lot, everybody.
Peace.